So, today a bit different video. As I already mentioned on stream a few weeks ago, today I have my big last project for the year, and that is redoing my server closet. And yeah, I'll give you a quick initial tour, and I will probably time-lapse most of the process, but I will take you along to that journey. So here is my home server closet. I cleared out this cupboard so I have full access to it, and as you can see, I hope you can see, yeah, so the door is currently closed and it has 35 degrees in there. So let's open up so I can show you what's going on in here. So down below we have my UPS. This is a how was it called again? Power Walker, I think 1000 VA, providing nice and clean power to all my gear. And yeah, because it's the heaviest unit, it's sitting at the bottom. And yeah, it also provides backup power in case of power failure. On top of that is basically my data warehouse, my Synology. I think it's an RS818 Plus, if I remember correctly. It currently houses 4 8 terabyte CU drives. Then here we have a fan unit sitting below my my home server. This will be upgraded a bit because I'm going to swap in some SSDs instead of hard drives, so we'll be working on that one also. I don't know if I will do that today, but this one is running Proxmox with my Plex home server and various containers, and we have my patch panel, and then some Ubiquiti gear. So that is one Ubiquiti security gateway, and a older and the V1 version of the 24-port PoE switch from Ubiquiti. I actually got those very affordable via eBay, and I'm not rocking a Dream Machine because basically the Unify controller is running as a LXC container here on my Proxmox machine. So let's see where we are now. You can already see temperature is already dropping to 34 degrees. I have been running this rack with open door the past few months, or you can actually say almost the whole year, because I have to swap out the fans that I'm currently rocking in this rack. They don't have enough throughput, and I also want to fix this one spacing issue, which doesn't allow me to properly install one panel between these the server and the Synology. So there will be some moving of rails today, and I'm also going to clean up the rack, install the fans, but I will show you the parts that I will be installing next. And here we are. Sorry for the background noise, my dishwasher is going right now. Yeah, so these are the parts that we will be installing today. Starting off here, this is a magnetic dust filter that I will be installing at the bottom of the rack on the outside, so that no more dust is actually sucked into the rack. Here we have some fan extensions that are properly rated for the fans that I'm going to install. Some new screws for the fans, and here we have a fan splitter that I already used previously in my home server that you saw earlier. But I will basically use this one for connecting these two EK fans, which are 12 volts, and high static pressure, and they really move some air. I am hoping that I can run these off of one fan header from my server's motherboard. But since these are drawing quite some amperage, I'm not sure about that. So this is a test today. The fans that I have currently installed are running off of USB plugs, and I will be, once I have uninstalled the current setup, I will test these fans if they are running with the USB setup, and I will test it with of course, also with the server before I install everything. Yeah, so the other alternative would be to get separate power supplies for those, but those power supplies are pretty jank that you can get. So I hope that this setup works. I know this adapter works properly, and yeah, I hope that this will work out already. And of course, since these are spinning pretty fast, a fan guard for my top fan. For the bottom fan already has a fan guard, because it happened a few times that I already got my fingers into the current top fan, and I don't want to risk this with these higher RPM ones. So yeah, enough about talking the future. Now we're getting to shutting everything down and disassembling and cleaning the rack. Enjoy the montage. Okay, here we are. Everything cleared out. So all the lines that you see here now are basically external lines, except for those for the two PDUs. I'm leaving the PDUs and the patch panel in here, since this is, let me see if I can get one out. I can't. But basically these are all keystone jacks, so this is not punch down. I still need to fill in 2 of those, but they were out of stock for a while, so I did not bother because I wasn't even fully using the full patch panel yet. So yeah, these are my main network lines, those white ones, in my apartment. 3 of those go to 4 of those go to my office, and one line goes to my living room where my ISP's modem is located, and of course everything else is power in the back. So next step will be to get the cupboard out of here and to remove all those cables so I can clean the rack. So we are about an hour into the process, and as you can see, the rack is out of the cupboard finally. It's now sitting in my entryway, and we can finally start cleaning that thing. So we vacuumed the interior, looks already better. So before I continue now, I will want to test the fans with the USB setup. So, and no worries, I did not yet clean the glass door intentionally. That's the last thing that we will do. So it doesn't get smudged again. So after testing the fans, next step will be removing this wooden top. I have to wipe that down before that, and then we get access to the top fan. Once that is removed, I will then put the cabinet on its back. I will lay down some older blanket so that the tiles don't get scratched up, and then we can access the fan, which is mounted from the bottom side of the cabinet, and then we can switch the fans out. So here we have one of the EK fans. I have it plugged into the USB power supply that was supplying the fans until earlier. We plug it in. And it works. Okay. Now I'm interested to see if I can run both of these via that USB charger. Okay, now we have both fans set up. We're going to plug it in with the same adapter, and let's see what's happening. And they're both spinning up. Amazing. And they are moving a lot of air. Sweating a bit, that's nice. And as you can see, that's why I want to have fan grills on those. Because this is a fan that is facing the bottom of the cabinet. And for the bottom fan, that's not an issue. But for the top one, you can accidentally get in there, and that could be dangerous. So that's why I want to install an additional fan grill there. So then let's get removing the fans. both fans are installed. I made a bit of a janky setup, but I want to see what the unimpeded airflow is. So let's see. This is some nice airflow. Let me actually get some of this plastic here. Sorry for the mess. So you see a nice bit of airflow out of this thing now. Of course, this is unimpeded, and this is all through that one USB charger. So yeah, that is the most important upgrade. So even despite the bottom fan now having a dust filter, which I actually wanted to check. Let's try this. Awesome. I can reach that filter from the front. So I can actually clean this from time to time. Big advantage, big win. So, next step is cleaning the hardware that goes inside here. And then, let me show you the final installation of the fans actually. So here we have the bottom fan pushing in some cold, and I can touch here without issues. When I go up here, you see as well a nice fan shroud I can touch without getting hit. So that is amazing. So currently I'm routing the fan cables outside to the USB plug. So I was able to test this in the closed manner. Will be interesting to see how this is performing, because the hardware was pretty loud, and these fans are definitely louder than the old ones. But it will be interesting to see how the rack as a whole is turning out volume decibel wise. So that's actually something I forgot to measure before, because I have a decibel meter on my iPhone here and I could have measured it, but I forgot that. Nevertheless, let's get back to cleaning and reassembly. Okay, quick update. So I already cable managed the fan wires. They're now alongside this right back most right post. So everything is already tidied up. so that the fan cables don't intrude into my rail space and so on. And I have a nicer time cable managing everything later. Here are the Pdu Power Cables. And here you see on the bottom, the cable goes to the right pole and it goes up there. It's tied back here. And same goes from the upside. Don't know if you can see that. Here is the cable going to the right pole, down and down from there. So this is now properly cable managed. And yeah, we can continue with cleaning now. Yeah, what you just saw was the most tedious process. Reinstalling the wooden top, but that's now done. The rack is back in its place, and yeah, we can start reinstalling everything. Since this is basically the same process as in reverse, I will not time-lapse this, but I will show you the end result with the changes I made. And here we are at the next morning. Took me a while to get everything back together, especially since I relocated the server one step up. So I was able to fit in this panel here, and overnight the rack did not go above 30 degrees. So in the closed state, we reduced the temperature by 5 degrees by adding the new fans. But one important thing is basically no home server installation is ever done. I will have to redo everything the same as this time, because yeah, the new fans produce a lot more vibration to the chassis, and that makes them way more audible. Normally I can have my bedroom door open and have no issues, but since installing the new fans yesterday, I have to close it. So I have to order some rubber gaskets for the fans, and then I have to reinstall both. So yeah, so these EK fans don't come with rubber gaskets. So yeah, lesson learned again. And yeah, so if you want to learn more what I am running on all this stuff and how my home network is set up, please let me know in the comments. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, see you for further updates on my home network. Take care, bye.